Alright, in this video we are going to cover user input. This means if you want information to flow into your program, you have to have the user enter that information somehow. We're just going to use a basic built-in Python function called input to get that to work, but in Visual Studio this does not work under the output section. So in order to get both input and output, we're going to go to the terminal, but we can't run our programs in the terminal by default easily, so we're going to install an extension that will help us to run in the terminal here. So let's go to the extensions. You can go ahead and search CodeRunner like I have here, hit enter, and you should see this show up. Go ahead and click on CodeRunner, and you're going to want to install it. Once you've installed CodeRunner, you can go to your settings. Go ahead and go to the settings though and search for CodeRunner. Hit enter, and you'll see if you scroll down, you'll see Run in Terminal here. Go ahead and click that. You can close Visual Studio and open it back up. Exit out of the settings. And let's do a test real quick. Let's just print hi. Let's run it. And now you should see the terminal running hi. This will allow you to enter inputs, because when you run everything in the output here, you cannot run inputs into the output. You cannot type inputs into the output field. So we're going to go to the terminal. Once you're in the terminal, you can go ahead and add the following code. We're going to make an input variable. We're going to set it equal to input. You're going to add this text. You can go ahead and run it. And you'll see, please enter your most favorite color, please. So we are going to type yellow, hit enter, and the program ended. But for a split second, we had a variable stored in the computer that we could have done something with. And we could do all these other calculations below, right here, make other code to do something with this string that we have that now has the value yellow. So you can make software that does something depending on what you put into it. This is input output. Just like a robot might have a camera for eyes, a microphone for ears. Those are inputs for the robot, and the output would be the motors that move its arms and the speakers that have it speak. Software engineers simply have to understand input and output. Everything is based on this idea. So now that we have a variable, let's try to print that out. Let's print out the input variable, and we'll run that again. Please enter your most favorite color, please. This time let's enter green. And you'll see, if we pull this up here, you'll see that you entered in green here, and then it printed out green below. A very, very simple program. We're going to be using this in our next video. Essentially what this is doing is it is acting kind of like a print statement, and it's just printing this out. And then what it does is, after it's printed this out right here, it then waits for the user to enter in anything they want to enter. What it does is it takes this value here, and then it assigns the value to this variable. And then after you hit enter down here, it will then continue the rest of the program. So keep in mind that this line, when it's run, it's stuck here until the user enters in something and hits enter. That's by design what this input is supposed to do in Python.